Hey, what's up guys, Muddered HD here, and welcome to episode 51 of my journey to the top series. And if you missed the previous episode, there'll be a link in the description to the series page. You can find every single episode that I've done so far. But in the previous episode, I didn't realise we hit 50 episodes for this series, which is absolutely amazing. It's gone flying by. The first series that I did. And it's been amazing, a great series, and I have no regrets doing it. But in the last episode, Tom Wilson left the club at 7 million, one of our best players, the youngest and best players that we had. And to replace him, I go in for Berisha here, Valon Berisha, and I believe he is in that his Air Japes career mode series. And I had to give him 15k just to get him over, because basically his stats completely sold me. I was hooked when I saw them stats. But after signing him on pretty high wages, he cost us 4 million in the end. I went out to see a striker, and I was completely sold on Asante, but then Nilsson popped up, and I was like, alright, Nilsson looks like a guy that has more more in his attacking ability as well, while Asante is a bit more lower in that sort of respect. But Nilsson, for me, he just completely blew Asante. I was a bit umming and ahhing. I was 1 minute sold on Asante, 1 minute sold on a Nilsson, but it came down that I just wanted Nilsson more because he had sort of that baseline, more better stats. So I went with Nilsson. They cost pretty much the same, and I went in for both of them just in case one deal did not go through. Although we had a tight budget to deal with, we had about 1 million to work with, but you'll see later on what happens. In the two clubs came back. I don't know what team that is, but Birmingham City as well came back. 1.6 million for Asante. So obviously Nilsson is going to be the deal, and you see here I have to put 1 million 0.05 so that's 50,000 into that deal, and then they accepted it, which was pretty good for us, an extra 100k on there. And you see there I had £1 in my wage budget remaining, so if he didn't accept this deal, we were a bit screwed at that point. But he did not want to do it. But then I went and I tried to put the extra £1 on. Maybe he would have took it, but you can't put an extra £1 on. And then I realised I didn't put 4 years on that deal. For some reason he accepted it, and now we got ourselves a pretty pacey striker, pretty much a replacement of Scholfer. I know I said Rojo is pretty much a replacement of him, but this guy has got bags of pace, and I know I keep on going for pacey players, but pace is still a big factor in FIFA 13. It's not eradicated, which it shouldn't be, to be totally honest. But after that, we had a scout report after transfer window ended. I think 114 million was spent on that day, which is an absolutely extravagant amount of money. And you think we spent 4 million, which is about 4-ish% of that. For a small club like us, that's pretty decent. And then we had a scout report and nothing really good, just players that we already had. But we got a game here against Stevenage in the Carling Cup, or the Capital One Cup, which is recently reinstated as. And they hit the post there. Pretty nice chance for Stevenage. And I have to say, excuse me, Stevenage did have the upper hand, and we had the best chance of the game there. Oh, I'm going again. A bit gassy today, as always. But anyway, we had that chance, hit the post. Stevenage definitely deserved to win that, and no doubt they had the better of the chances. But it did go down to penalties. Nothing happened in extra time, and we're down to the penalties again, and these are tense moments. Even though it's the first round, I still want to go far in the cup. And you see that jolting from Jack Butland, but he didn't manage to get over there, even though he dived the right way. And then I had Patterson to the spot. He's a pretty decent penalty taker, and he proved it there. And then they stepped up. The pretty efficient penalty takers going on down there. And we definitely were on top, and Berisha there taking it coolly right in that top left hand corner. Take a bow, son. And then that guy should have taken a bow for pretty much handing the game to us there, hitting the crossbar. And I'm not trying to be big-headed here, but I really am sort of getting the penalty sort of locked down now. I don't know, I think I've missed one for about 15 games, and that 15 penalties now, so it's going pretty good. I'm not totally sure if that's correct, but we did manage to do it. Jack Butland is the hero. Well, he didn't really save anything, but anyway, we got a game after that win against Stevenage, which, to be totally honest, we should have won anyway. We had a game against Cardiff, and they have a player that's rated 83 in their side, which is a Korean all of a sudden. And he's really good. They did play him in this game, but he didn't really play that well. They didn't really utilise him. And Rogio really off balance again, and yet again he's putting that ball in the back of the net. And a Bini Aisi here trying to make some space for himself, and a pretty effective finesse shot, a standing one. And we're just going, and that could have been a penalty, although he was going up for the ball. Excuse me. And now we're on the counter-attack after a corner, I believe. And a Bini Aisi breaks free. Is he going to make the most of this chance? The keeper makes a good save with his foot. I love them foot saves. But then a Berisha, see that dribbling ability there. And then he creates the most awesome of crosses right on a Bini Aisi's forehead. And it goes straight in the back of the net. And to be quite honest, Cardiff were very poor. You see there, their best chance was from a free kick, which we blocked in the wall anyway. And if it would have been a couple of feet higher, maybe it would have gone in the back of the net. I'm not totally sure. Jack Butland was a bit all over the place. But after that, there was pretty much nothing else from Cardiff to be sort of notified. And we pretty much just took the game by the horns and threw it, just took it away from them. And a 2-0 win against Cardiff, where they have such good players, is a great result for us. But now we have some scout reports. We're going so well in the league now. And we got these scout reports. Nothing really good coming from my Englishman that I recently signed. I think I signed him this year. I'm not totally sure. But no good really. Any good players that so far came through that. But now we've got a game against Reading, and they are, well, currently in real life in the Premier League, so obviously they're going to have a good team. And Pop Gregniak is still at the club. I haven't really seen him play, but when he was at Fulham, I believe he played for Fulham, he was pretty decent, I gotta say. But Kiko Femenia picking up his first league goal for us there, a pretty nice strike to beat the keeper. And then oh, look at that, Ramirez getting up there just to try and get that ball away. Not the most effective header, but it does deter the ball away. But then some poor defending. What was Blatchett doing, not marking his men properly? And we concede to a pretty shoddy goal. And that's really what happened in the Reading game. Not a lot happened. And for the first time ever, we didn't have any highlights in the second half, which was kind of weird when I did come down to editing this. But never mind, highlights are highlights. And after that, we had another scout report. I really enjoy looking through these scouting reports. And you'll see in a couple of players' time, we do manage to pick ourselves up a very decent player. And there he is, Mario Ruiz, the Spanish man. And he's 16 already. He's 55 to 77, 72 to 94 potential. And I was like, 77 overall. If I could get him signed up now and then quickly put him through the process of putting him in the team, surely he could hit a 67, something like that. But I was hoping for the best. He could have been a 77, but I'm sure there's some sort of coding in there that says there's a limited chance that he could hit that. But I had to get rid of a player because we were running low on funds, and Dean Baldwin was the man we were going to let go. I only just signed him up, but he came out as a 61 as a 16-year-old. I could have sent him away on loan, but I didn't. I think I put him on the loan list, but no one decided to take him away. And there we go. I get rid of him, and then all of a sudden I have money. And Mario Ruiz, I signed him up, 20k in cost and 500 in wage. And then I go ahead and sign him into the first team after the last time Kala, you guys pointed out that it doesn't really matter what well, not really. It doesn't really matter if they are combined. And I sort of forgot that factor. And I sort of mucked up a bit because he came out as quite a low rating. He came out as a 62, which I was unimpressed by. But there's the team right now. I really am enjoying this series. And the team that I've made, I believe, is awesome, free agents or not. Really, I love the players that I've signed. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the episode here. So, guys, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video as well as my content. Please go check that out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.